If you're stuck in the same patterns, feeling like the person you are doesn't match who you could be, it's time to rebuild. Change doesn't happen by accident. It's something you craft, layer by layer, decision by decision. The version of you that succeeds isn't found. It's built. Most people wait for the perfect moment to start, but that moment never comes. If you want success, growth, purpose, you have to become the kind of person who earns it. Rebuilding isn't easy, but staying the same, that's far more costly. Choose who you want to become and begin. In a few moments, you'll learn how to rebuild yourself and become the person success is actually looking for. 1. Embracing the power of decision. The foundation of every great achievement lies in the power of a single decision. One clear, deliberate choice made with firm intent can redefine a life, alter a destiny, and build an empire of success from the rubble of defeat. Every towering success, every powerful leader, and every revolutionary thinker began with a moment of clarity, a moment when hesitation was cast aside and the mind locked onto a definite purpose. Milton Herser, born in 1857, came from a background marked by hardship and scarcity. His early life was filled with setbacks, including multiple business failures, but he held fast to something greater than talent or luck, a firm, unshakable decision. In a world that offered him little, he declared to himself that he would rise, and he did. That quiet moment of certainty when he resolved to build something meaningful marked the beginning of his ascent. It wasn't chocolate that transformed his destiny. It was clarity of purpose. Before the factories, before the fortune, there was a man who made a decision to never quit. Hershey understood that change begins when doubt is replaced by conviction. Once the mind locks onto a vision and refuses retreat, the universe bends to meet that resolve. His story is not about luck. It is about decision. That is the fire. That is the turning point. And in that fire, the ordinary becomes extraordinary. Mr. Hershey's legacy did not start with success. It started with a choice. And that choice made all the difference. Too many walk through life waiting for the perfect time, the right conditions, or someone else's permission. They stall, overanalyze, and drift. But no man drifts to greatness. No woman stumbles upon success without first declaring what she wants from life and demanding it of herself. A decision is not a wish, not a hope. It is a command issued from within, enforced by discipline and carried forward by action. This is the true secret. Your power does not come from your environment, your education, or your background. Your power comes from your ability to choose boldly, clearly, and without retreat. When your mind is made up, truly made up, life bends in response. The universe respects decisiveness because it signals the presence of a mind that will not fall. Many with talent, resources, and opportunity still fail because they lack the courage to decide. They are trapped in cycles of doubt, second-guessing every move, paralyzed by fear of failure. But failure only has power over the undecided. Once you choose a path with clarity and commit to it with everything you have, failure becomes a stepping stone, not a wall. You must commit, not partially, not cautiously, but completely. Burn the ships behind you. Let there be no retreat. Fix your vision in your mind and pursue it with intention. Nothing is denied to the one who has decided that it will be done. Life rewards the bold. It favors the committed. The moment you decide who you will become, truly decide, you begin to reshape the world around you. The people you meet, the opportunities that arise, the energy you attract, all begin to shift. The choice is yours. And that choice, once made with courage and clarity, holds the power to create a future beyond anything you've known. Let your decision be your turning point. Let it be the force that sets your greatness in motion. Choose and never look back. 2. Cultivating resilience amidst challenges. Every significant accomplishment in human history was preceded by trials and setbacks. Greatness is never granted freely. It is earned through fire shaped in the crucible of difficulty and proven in the face of defeat. The path is never straight. It is never easy. It demands resilience, a spirit that cannot be broken by temporary loss, and a vision that survives the storms of failure. William Carter faced bankruptcy more than once. His early ventures collapsed under pressure. His name meant nothing in the world of business, and creditors viewed him as a man destined to fade into obscurity. But what separated Mr. Carter from countless others was not intelligence, not funding, and not luck. It was mindset. He refused to see failure as final. Each time he fell, he chose to stand, not with bitterness or despair, but with renewed clarity and sharpened strategy. Where others saw setbacks as stop signs, Mr. Carter saw signals to grow. Each mistake held a lesson. Each closed door revealed a better one waiting. He studied his failures, adapted, and moved forward. He treated adversity as a mentor rather than a curse. And slowly, trial after trial, he built the foundation of one of the nation's most powerful retail enterprises. His victories did not come in spite of a failure. They came because of it. Life will test you, not once, but repeatedly, sometimes subtly, sometimes violently. It will challenge your belief in yourself, your endurance, and your dreams. It will ask you again and again if you are willing to continue. Most give up, most retreat. But those who understand the power of resilience do not bow. They transform. Resilience is not the absence of hardship. It is the presence of defiance. It is the refusal to let circumstances dictate destiny. Resilience turns failure into fuel, doubt into drive, and fear into focus. It is not simply surviving the blow. It is using the impact to push farther, to rise higher, to dig deeper. William Carter's story is not about business. It is about belief. It is a blueprint of what happens when a person refuses to quit. It proves that strength does not come from ease, but from endurance. It teaches that suffering can become strategy, and that persistence has the power to rewrite fate. Each time you encounter resistance, you are given a choice: retreat or rise, shrink or grow. You are offered the opportunity to become unshakable. The stronger the opposition, the more powerful the growth. There is no easy ascent to greatness. The struggle is the staircase. Let your challenges shape you. Let your pain instruct you. Each disappointment is not the end of your journey, but the forging of your character. No storm lasts forever. No failure is final unless you allow it to be. There is strength being built in your perseverance, clarity being born in your chaos, and victory being prepared in your pain. Endurance is the price of greatness. And when you continue, despite the pressure, despite the doubt, despite the fear, you declare to the world that you are unbreakable. The triumphs of tomorrow are purchased by the persistence of today. So embrace your challenges. Welcome the adversity. Let it sharpen your will and strengthen your purpose. Stand up when it hurts. Push forward when it seems impossible. Because in the end, it is not talent, resources, or luck that separates the great from the forgotten. It is resilience. And the one who refuses to give up is the one who ultimately wins. 3. Building unshakable self-belief. Self-belief is the fuel that powers your journey from vision to reality. Without it, even the most brilliant ideas collapse under the weight of doubt. With it, even the most improbable dreams begin to take form. The world does not give you what you wish for. It responds to who you are, and more importantly, to who you believe yourself to be. Margaret Linfield began her career in a storm of rejection. Her performances were criticized, her appearance scrutinized, and her name forgotten in casting rooms filled with louder voices and longer resumes. She had every reason to give up. The world offered her a failure and a failure again. But Margaret held on to something no one could take away: belief. She believed in her talent when no one applauded. She trusted her vision when doors closed in her face. That belief was her anchor. It steadied her during moments of doubt. It carried her through years of obscurity. And eventually it led her to stages and screens where the world could no longer ignore her. Margaret Linfield became one of the most celebrated actresses of her time, not because she was spared from hardship, but because she refused to let rejection rewrite her identity. This is the secret. Your greatest ally in life is yourself. Not because you are flawless, but because you hold the power to choose what you believe. When you look in the mirror and see someone worthy of success, the world begins to reflect that image. But if you doubt your value, even golden chances will seem out of reach. Self-doubt is the invisible wall that stops more dreams than failure ever. Your mind must become a sanctuary of confidence, a place where belief is protected, nurtured, and spoken aloud. Speak it to yourself daily. I am capable. I am worthy. I am becoming. These are not just words. They are seeds. And what you plant in your mind, you will one day harvest in your life. Self-belief is not arrogance. It is alignment. It is knowing who you are, what you carry, and what you are meant to build. It does not mean pretending you have no fears. It means refusing to let fear make your decisions. It means showing up even when you feel small, because you know that small steps build unstoppable momentum. Margaret Linfield's triumph was not sudden. It was built moment by moment, through inner work and unshakable conviction. And that same power lives in you. The world is waiting not for perfection, but for truth, for a person who knows who they are and walks boldly in that identity. Affirm your worth. Own your vision. See setbacks not as signs to quit, but as proof that your journey is real. No one climbs without challenge, but those who rise do so on the foundation of belief. So believe fully, fiercely, unapologetically, not someday now. Your destiny is shaped not by circumstance, but by certainty. Declare it, live it, become it. You are more powerful than you know, and the day you truly believe, that is the day everything begins to change. 4. The power of definite purposes. Having a clear, definite purpose acts like a magnet, pulling you consistently toward your desired destination. It is not merely a goal. It is a guiding force, a deep inner conviction that shapes your choices, fuels your persistence, and empowers your vision. Without it, even the most talented minds can drift aimlessly, exhausted by constant effort with little to show for it. But with it, even ordinary individuals achieve extraordinary results. Thomas Griffin, an industrial titan whose business transformed entire communities, attributed his immense success to one unwavering factor: clarity of purpose. He often told me that long before the factories, long before the profits, there was a vision, sharply defined and deeply personal. He knew exactly what he wanted to create and why it mattered. That purpose became his compass. When markets collapsed, competitors retreated, and uncertainty loomed, Griffin stood firm. His purpose was not shaken by external conditions, because it was rooted internally. That clarity gave him direction in times of doubt and momentum in times of hardship. While others panicked, Griffin executed. While others guessed, he acted. Purpose eliminated hesitation. Your definite purpose is your personal North Star. It steers your course, even in the dark. It tells you where to invest your time, where to place your energy, and what to walk away from. Without it, effort is diluted. With it, every action aligns. Every challenge becomes part of a larger mission. Your mind stops wandering. Your heart stops hesitating. Mr. Griffin didn't just define his purpose once and move on. He wrote it down. He read it daily. He shared it with his team. He used it as a filter for every decision. His purpose wasn't a phrase. It was a force, one that shaped the way he lived and led. It gave meaning to his work and inspired loyalty in others. Without clarity of purpose, the world will dictate your direction. You will say yes to the wrong things, chase fleeting distractions, and spend your energy reacting instead of building. But with clarity, you become magnetic. People feel your focus. Opportunities aligned. Energy returns. Define your life's purpose clearly and passionately. Don't settle for vague aspirations. Get specific. What are you here to do? Who do you want to become? What impact do you want to leave behind? Write it down. Speak it aloud. Feel it in your bones. Let it live in your daily rituals. Then act. Let your purpose guide your choices, what you say yes to, what you walk away from, and what you commit to, even when it's difficult. Purpose brings discipline. It makes sacrifice easier because you understand what you're building. It makes a failure tolerable because you know where you're headed. Purposeful living is the foundation of extraordinary achievement. It doesn't promise ease, but it guarantees meaning. It makes the climb worth it. It turns effort into legacy. When you are aligned with a definite purpose, your life becomes cohesive. Your story begins to make sense. Every chapter connects. Don't wait to find your purpose. Decide it. Claim it. The power is within you. The clarity is within reach. And once you define it, nurture it. Protect it. Let it become the standard by which you measure your actions and your progress. Because in the end, success is not about how fast you move or how much you achieve. It's about how aligned you are with why you started. And the one who walks in purpose walks with power. Let your purpose lead. Let it pull you forward. And watch how the world opens in response. 5. Harnessing passion to fuel success. Passion is the flame that turns effort into enjoyment and challenges into opportunity. It is the emotional force that breathes life into your purpose and gives meaning to your mission. Without passion, work becomes mechanical. Life becomes a series of tasks to complete rather than a journey to live. But with passion, every step becomes